Now that you know how to put your instrument together and you know how to create your first sound, you need to know how to breathe. With any wind instrument, the most important thing to make sound is, you guessed it, wind or air. So when we breathe normally, as like say you're walking down the street, it's a very comfortable breath, and we breathe in and out and in and out. And a lot of times we don't use our full capacity of our lungs. However, when we're playing a wind instrument, we need to use the entire capacity of our lungs so that we can create a nice, consistent sound. To do that, we're going to talk about a few techniques that will help you to start expanding your lungs and getting you used to breathing that way. We're not actually going to stretch your lungs out and make them be able to pull more air in. We're just going to teach you how to use your lungs to the most maximum capacity that you can. First of all, get started with a nice stretch. Kind of like when you're waking up in the morning, you want to stretch your chest muscles and your back muscles. I like to stretch up like this and reach as high as I can to the ceiling. And then I like to bring it down to the side and come to the back, and grab my hands and kind of stretch back. And then I twist a little bit like this. Now twist gently. This just kind of starts to warm up your core muscles so that you're ready to use that diaphragm. And then a big sigh like this. And you're ready to get started. So first of all, we like to start with a flow exercise to get the air moving. So I'm going to snap my fingers, and I want you to breathe in for 8 counts, and then breathe out for 8 counts. Okay, here we go. 2, ready, go. And in. And out. And in. And another big sigh. Now, as you're breathing, the sound should only be happening at the front of your lips. If you hear a sound like this, that means we're restricting in the back of our throat, and we don't want to do that. We want to be really open, kind of like when we're yawning. Don't engage your vocal cords when you are breathing in and out. Okay, now I want you to repeat that exercise over a few more times. Go in for 8 and out for 8. And then we're going to slow it down. We're going to go in for 4 and out for 4. And in for 4 and out for 4. 2, ready, and go. All the air out. We're on a big sigh. Be sure that the sound is happening at your lips. You don't want to use the back of your throat. If you hear this, your throat is really, really closed. Treat it like a yawn without using your vocal cords. That's really, really open. It gets your throat nice and open, and the air can pass freely. So we're trying to use our lips as the thing that regulates the air in and out. So we will hear sound only at our lips. Now we're going to break it down even more. Go in for 2 and out for 2. Ready? Go. And a big sigh. You always want to refresh your lungs at the end of that exercise. Be sure that as you're breathing in, you're not filling up from the lungs, from the top of your lungs like this. We don't want our chest to raise, and then our shoulders come up and they come back, and that creates a lot of tension. We want to pull right from here, from our belly. So you can put your hands here on your belly and breathe in. You can feel your belly expand as you breathe in. If you can't feel that, try laying on the floor and doing the same thing and see if your belly lifts up. That's where we want to breathe from. If we breathe enough from our belly, and move all of our guts out of the way of the diaphragm, that allows our lungs to expand to their maximum capacity. When we do that, letting the air out and creating a nice consistent sound on any wind instrument becomes really easy because it's just a matter of the outside atmospheric pressure pressing against our tummy. It's kind of like when you go really, really deep in the deep end of a pool and you start to really feel the pressure on your head and you can feel your ears wanting to pop. It's the same thing that we're doing here. When we press our belly out and we fill up our lungs really big, all of that pressure wants to go back, and so it wants to push the air back out. When we do that and we work hard on the intake, letting the air go on the exhale is really super easy, and we'll get a nice, smooth, consistent tone that way. Another thing that you can do to check and see if your tummy is moving the right way is you can take a stick, a yardstick or anything else. I'm going to take a drumstick, and you put it on your belly, and if you're breathing the right way, you're going to see the stick move that way. Did you see the stick move? That's because I'm using my belly, and it pushes the stick out of the way. You see that? That's expanding my lungs to the maximum capacity, and then the air just comes out on its own, and we don't even have to try. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go from a really, really wide, kind of tight feeling to a really open, smooth flow. To do that, we're going to start here. Our lips are going to come out really, really wide, and we're going to go and kind of hiss through our teeth. And then we're going to move our arms closer together, and as we move closer together, open up your mouth and your throat so that the sound gets a lot deeper and darker. And then we'll end with what I call paper airplane. And we'll send our paper airplane sailing. Ready? Let's try this. Here we go. Feels pretty relaxing, right? We're going from a really tense state, and we're focusing in and going to a really relaxed open and a nice flow. Let's do that exercise again. Here we go. And now a big sigh. Doesn't that feel great? Now you're ready to try that on your instrument. So pick up the instrument that you're playing, and I want you to breathe in really deeply, and then just play the longest note that you can. But do it comfortably. We're trying to avoid keeping our shoulders up like this and keeping tense. We want to be comfortable. That's why we're doing this exercise. We're kind of tense, and we focus to a nice, open, comfortable, relaxed flow. Like that. So pick up whatever instrument you've got and try that. Breathe in and all the way out. Good luck. This will help you with the best tone possible.